This 1 Degree Outside video is sponsored by Fiesta Shows. Have fun with the whole family June 19th through 22nd at the Acton Lions Club Carnival with Fiesta Shows. It's rides, games, fried dough, the works, and every ticket supports local scholarships and programs. Skip the ticket line and save with promo code 1Degree at fiesta.1degreeoutside.com.
Midweek insights on a Wednesday, 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Reminder for the only forecast you need to know, make sure you download our app, 1 Degree Outside, on both the App Store and Google Play. In this video together, we're going to talk about the heat and humidity that reaches one pinnacle on Thursday, comes back again as we get into early next week in a bigger fashion as well. The storms that will crop up on Thursday evening are likely to be strong, but not everyone's going to get it. We're going to take a look at that together as well. Better air comes in Friday and Saturday because those Thursday storms with a cold front, actually, it's going to be awesome on Friday and Saturday. And speaking of awesome, we've still got an awesome opportunity for you. It's the Acton Lions Club Carnival, which is going on Thursday through Sunday. Now, you have your choice of air, basically. Thursday, we actually think it's going to be storm-free for almost the entirety of the day and a lot of the evening in Acton. And then Sunday, we expect to find that humidity returning. Could be a couple showers in the morning. And if you like that kind of real comfy stuff, Friday and Saturday, definitely going to be the highlights. In fact, we have picked Saturday in particular as the day we think that's just going to be great at the carnival. And again, if you want a promo code, you want to get up on the newsletter to find out when the carnival's coming to your town, fiesta.1degreeoutside.com. All right, here's what's going on in the weather map. Notice that during the course of Thursday, warm front in red, cold front in blue. We are right in between. We call that the warm sector. That's where you get the sector of air that's got the high dew point, the high temperature, and that's what we do tomorrow. With an approaching cold front and a rather vigorous jet stream disturbance dropping in, there will be scattered showers and thunderstorms, and we'll take a closer look in a moment. They're going to come through on Thursday afternoon, late day, and evening. Friday, we're not done with showers across New England. Notice there still may be some that pop up and some thunder that may have hail with it still on Friday when you get into central and northern portions of Maine. And by the time we get to Saturday, that real comfortable air is in place for everybody. It's a mostly dry day. Couldn't rule out a shower to pop here and there, but most of us wouldn't see that. We think that probably Sunday pre-dawn into Sunday morning is a little round of showers that comes through with returning warmth and humidity likely to break up more and more as we get to Sunday midday and afternoon. As for tomorrow's Storms Prediction Center, we told you yesterday would probably expand that threat for few to scattered severe storms east. They have done exactly that. So now most of the interior of New England is in what we think this is probably pretty true to form as to how things will shake out, where you get the isolated stuff in green closer to the coastal plain by the time all is said and done. In terms of temperatures, look, the Cape is the one spot that kind of gets a break from everything because the ocean is still cool enough, right? But for everybody else, you can find the temperatures climbing back up into the 90s. As a matter of fact, when you figure in the humidity with these temperatures, that's where it really starts to feel oppressive. Look at this, 101 feels like forecast in Boston for Thursday, Lawrence at 101, Worcester at 100, Hartford at 100. This is the real deal, right? You're finally getting into some of this in terms of that kind of real summer feeling. But admittedly, we haven't done that much this year. So there's an impact on the body. Keep that in mind. We're just kind of not really conditioned for the heat yet. So staying hydrated, electrolyte drinks certainly can help, right? The sunscreen, it's going to be a very high UV index over the course of the day. Clothing, you want that lightweight, loose-fitting stuff. And then taking regular breaks, avoiding overexertion, being careful with the body in that regard as well. I had mentioned yesterday, the wind is going to be gusty tomorrow anyhow. You're going to get gusts that will be going on the order of 25 to 30 miles per hour during the course of the mid-afternoon. And by late day and evening, you actually may get some gusts that go over 40 miles per hour, believe it or not. That means that not only is it going to be windy as it is, but whatever thunderstorms we see are going to help to focus some of that wind as well. So you say, okay, well, when are the thunderstorms going to be? Not really during the morning and midday. You can see the map at midday with a timestamp probably behind my head. So let me get out of the way as we get out through the midday. You start to get thunderstorms coming into the Champlain Valley, into the Crown of Maine as well. Then as we advance a little bit farther on in the afternoon, now the scattered stuff comes out of the mountains and starts to move into the valleys across northern and central New England. The strongest stuff is near the Canadian border at the heart of the jet stream disturbance that's coming in. You're still baking at 3 p.m. across southern New England. We can't rule out that in this little patch of clouds, there may be an isolated shower or storm that develops as soon as 2 or 3 in the afternoon for the zone of the Metro West and central Massachusetts. But we really think most of us would avoid that. You'd essentially have to be one of the unlucky ones if you ended up getting that during the afternoon. And notice even by 6:15, where's most of the focus? Into western and northern New England. But because it is so hot and so humid, as we get deeper into the evening, the chance of getting thunder expanding east continues through 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening. Though notice the definite weakening trend as it comes east. The reason for that? a south-southwest wind, essentially all the way up the eastern seaboard. So you've got this huge multi-hundred-mile wind that's coming with cooler ocean air. So there comes a point, particularly as you start to get east of 495, where you're picking up on that ocean-modified air that has come across those hundreds of miles of ocean water and kind of beats up the thunderstorm energy just a little bit. Then notice on Friday what I was saying about one more follow-up disturbance. So that's scattered showers in the morning to midday in Vermont and New Hampshire. But in Maine, especially from Bangor north, what we're looking at is probably enough energy and cold air Friday for some hailers. You might get a severe thunderstorm warning even on Friday in central and northern Maine with some gusty wind too. Most of us wouldn't be looking at anything more than a pop-up isolated shower. I think for the most part, you're going to love the way it feels on Friday, and that will continue on Saturday too. So if you say, well, can you sum it up in terms of the severe weather threat for Thursday? Yes, it's greatest the farther north and west you are. It is favorable for lightning and hail. The way the winds are set up in the atmosphere, we look together, the damaging gusts are probable in some of the stronger storms, but you actually have enough turning in the atmosphere, particularly when you get into parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, that you may get some tornado potential. There may be some rotation inside the storm. So we'll be keeping close watch on that. Please make sure you have our app with notifications turned on so you can stay on top of that. Notice that once a cold front comes by, it's not like you immediately cool down a lot, but you get temperatures running about 60 to 65 for the overnight Thursday night. Friday, there's that more comfortable but kind of classic summer air that's going to be with us. We think that as we get into Saturday, you still get the comfortable air. You're in the mid 80s. Again, maybe a pop-up shower, particularly during the course of the midday, but we don't think most folks are going to see that. And then Sunday, remember, I showed you you've got showers in the pre-dawn into the morning that tend to break up in the afternoon, which is what you're looking at here. And that is the return of humidity and heat. So you're coming back up to 85 to 90. You've got a heat index that goes up over 90 on Sunday afternoon, and you're set up for the return of the deep heat, which we've been telling you maybe 95 to 100 in spots getting into next week. You will see exactly that on the 14-day forecast. Again, App Store and Google Play. This app will be your best friend during the storms, but also when you're looking at that heat in the longer term as well. That's how it looks for now. We will keep you posted at onedegreeoutside.com on the homepage, and of course also on the home screen of the app where we post all of our latest videos. See you again real soon.